question I probably get the most is, how did you know it was time? Because I think as successful women, I think as women in general, we're not quitters, right? So when you get married, the thought of getting a divorce just feels like, no, I can't do that. I have to make this work. So
it's cultural.
Yeah.
So I think from our backgrounds, there's a cultural implication of like, my dad used to always say, make it work.
Yeah.
And he meant it.
Mm-hmm.
So there was that parental pressure, that societal pressure, that family pressure. And then there's just these emotions that you go through. You and I talked about this. It's like, you're in a relationship with someone and at times you feel happy, you feel supported, and other times you feel lonely, you feel abandoned, you feel like you're working too hard, you feel like you're doing it all alone. There's just so many varying emotional states. And you go through this for a prolonged period of time. And when things are not working, the best thing to do is to communicate.
Yep.
So step one is communicate. You're not feeling like you're in a good place, communicate with your partner. We did this for 4 years. We communicated over our issues, our problems, what was not working in our relationship. And then there comes a time where you're like, okay, I have tried everything in my power to make this work.
Yeah.
I have 2 children at this point. I want the best for them. I want them to grow up with a cohesive family unit. I want to give them something really like happy, peaceful, and wonderful. And I realized I couldn't deliver that outcome at that moment. And in the construct that we were in, it was not working. And so it was time to do something. And I will tell you, a very successful, smart friend of mine said to me, Divya, as an entrepreneur, you always taught me a philosophy. And she's like, you taught me hire slowly, fire quickly. Be very deliberate about the people you bring into your life, you bring into your company, who drive success with you, alongside you, and be very deliberate about when those relationships are not working. Because one bad apple literally does ruin the branch. And you know this from being an entrepreneur. So why didn't you apply that philosophy to your life? And it was so fascinating that she brought that up to me. I said, you know what? I knew it wasn't working, but I gave it everything I could. And I thought a lot about it until I realized it was time for my next chapter.